Welcome to What Are You Sporting About podcast, a podcast about business, employment, sports, and entertainment to help educate, support, and guide you to your next level. Here's your host, attorney Sivonnia DeBarros.
Hello, everyone. I am your host, Sivonnia DeBarros of What Are You Sporting About podcast. I have a great topic for you today. But first, let me reintroduce myself to some new folks and to those of you who have been following us and listening to our broadcast and published podcast episodes. My name is Sivonnia DeBarros. I am a licensed attorney where I represent 6- and 7-figure business owners and athletes in business by motivating, educating, and supporting them to their next level through business, employment, sports, and entertainment. I am also the founder of the S.L. DeBarros Law Firm, which was founded in 2014. This is where I'm able to actually do my work as a lawyer. And in 2020, just last year, I launched and founded the What Are You Sporting About podcast. That was inspired by the book that you see down here in the screen. If you're watching this, What Are You Sporting About? So let's jump right in because I don't want the chaos from yesterday to distract us from getting a grip onto the new year and getting our minds right so that we can soar. Okay. So the topic for today is the dreamer. Okay. The dreamer. That is our topic for today. And what I want to do, what I am going to do is I actually picked up my book because when I wrote this book, What Are You Sporting About? It scared me. It scared me before I wrote one word, but it also scared me as I was in the midst of doing it, while I was in review, before it went to published, everything. But the first chapter is called The Dreamer, right? So let me just say this. The most brave dreamer is a child. They are so brave. They are not worried about dreaming and what those dreams will look like and how big they are. Like the bigger, the better. It does not scare them away from dreaming any and everything that they possibly think that they could do. Okay. So I want you, as we start and we're getting a grasp of the new year, I want you to think about what your dreams are. Are you still a dreamer? Are you still a dreamer? As we tackle that subject, I want you to think about who your inner child is. I think so many times we get caught up in talking about healing our inner child as a negative perspective, right? Instead of thinking about, wow, what were the great things about my inner child? What did I do as a child? How did I dream as a child that now has gotten me to this place in my life, that has allowed me to achieve some of the things that I've achieved, right? So children are so tenacious. They are not afraid to dream. And as they grow, you will see, depending on who they grew up with, the environment they grew up in, if someone either nurtured or killed their dreams, their futures will be completely different, right? So think of people who are around you, who you've spoken to or met, and always have a story of dreaming and just doing and acting on what those dreams were. Did someone nurture them? Absolutely. Did they achieve success that you're like, wow, I wish I could have that? Absolutely. Because someone at the end of the day cut into your dreams. They made you believe that you could not dream anymore, that your dreams were way too big for just little old you. But why? Because we all have power within us to realize any of the things that we have dreamed, right? We are dreamers. We are dreamers. We are a people where we all house very different gifts. And the only reason why you can dream what you're dreaming is because it's connected to what your gift is. So you cannot be afraid to dream. So I want to share a bit of chapter 1 with you guys, and we're going to talk through this because, like I said, I want 2021 to be absolutely amazing for you. And a lot of that is going to come back down to you dreaming and not being afraid to actually dream. Okay, so this is going to be me sharing a little bit of my story with you. Chapter 1, The Dreamer. As a little girl, I always dreamed of becoming a lawyer. And although a lawyer was my top dream, I always knew I desired to be and do more since I was very talented and creative. At various times, I dreamed of becoming an Olympic track and field athlete, a songwriter and music artist, a published poet, a hair salon owner, and more importantly, I dreamed of being a business mogul. Truthfully, I'm still dreaming. Okay, so that is one excerpt from this chapter. I'm still dreaming. No matter who you are around, you still have the freedom to dream if only you believe that you're free, right? And we're not talking about freedom in the physical confinement space, but freedom in the mindset to be able to dream, right? So all of those dreams that I just listed out, they may not appear exactly the same, but a lot of what I dreamed, I have now accomplished. I wanted to be a published poet, still may be one day. I wrote so much poetry as a child, and it was my therapy. I wrote lyrics, and it was my therapy. I love singing. I grew up singing. It was my therapy. I'm not a, accomplished songwriter, and I'm not a accomplished singer, but guess what? My writing has actually been published. This was my first book that I actually published, What Are You Sporting About? And before I left and graduated high school, I was already a published author and didn't even know it. So let me just back up, because when we dream certain things and we actually connect them to our actions, they may come in a different form, because as we grow, everything will mature, right? And they will take on a different type of identity. But those things will still have power inside of you. And I still believe that there is a way where you send a message to the universe without speaking anything that will still allow you to achieve what you had previously been dreaming. Okay. So are you still dreaming? Are you still dreaming? You have to expand. You have to expand your mind and allow your dreams to breathe. Okay, for you to actually give life to it. And the only way that you can do that is by telling yourself that you are allowed to dream this. There is no such thing as a pipe dream, because if you're dreaming it, you can achieve it. Okay, you can achieve it. So let me share something else with you. I had dreamed early on that I would be this Olympic runner with my name in lights and on banners, hearing people scream, "Sivonnia, Sivonnia, Sivonnia," from the stands. That didn't happen at all. Reality set in fast, and I was happy that I had dreamed of being and doing more. Why are you limiting your dreams and the things that you can achieve? Did someone tell you that you are only capable of doing X when your entire imagination is taking you to doing A through Z? Right? Have you only put yourself in a box to not realize things that other people may actually be surprised at and say, wow, I don't know how you were able to do that. You don't know, because you're not me, and my gifts do not lie within you, right? So I think we put ourselves in a box too often that we forget to dream more, to really set out parameters to help us reach a certain level in life, because we have only said that we can do one thing, we can be one thing. That is not true. That is not true. Think about it in very simple terms. If you are a spouse or a parent, right, and you work at a job, you are more than one thing. You are, first off, a person, human being. You are now a parent if you have a child. You are an employee or an entrepreneur, regardless of whether you work at a corporation or you have your own thing. You are already multiple things. So why can't you continue to evolve by dreaming and being able to soar beyond your wildest imagination by putting action with the dreams that you have in mind? You can do it. But if you stop at one thing, if you limit your mindset on this one thing that you think you can do, or someone has told you that you can only do, that is all that you would ever achieve. That's all that you would ever realize. Take what I said. I said, I'm so glad that I had dreamed of being and doing more. Me becoming an Olympic athlete didn't happen for me, right? But my dreams never stopped there. They never stopped there, okay? I want to share this part with you guys. This is another excerpt. The point is, every day you dream about what you can do to better your family or create passive income. You dream of investing into things or people. You dream of owning something amazing. You still dream. There comes a time, however, when those dreams, no matter how real and developed, have the potential for dissipating, crashing, and burning. What are you doing to protect your dreams? That's most important. What are you doing to protect your dreams? Who do you have around you to support the dream and encourage you to do the right thing when no one is looking? Like you, I dreamed and I still dream to be something larger than I can ever imagine. Like you, I never stopped at the first hurdle that presented itself. No. I kept going, and so should you. Having the ability to dream is part of humanity and creativity. Dreaming is something that keeps us excited and engaged in the game of life. It's the tool we need to continue advancing in whatever we decide to do. However, failing to connect your actions to your dreams only creates a dream that will inevitably fade away into the darkness where your true passions and purpose will never be explored and experienced by others. Regardless of whether you're still playing, a promising potential or former pro athlete or business owner, never give up on your dreams. Action is always necessary to cultivate and protect your dream. Bottom line, having a dream without action equals nothing. But having a dream with action is everything. It's freedom. And I know, especially in a chaotic time like this, it can be frightening to dream, to think that just little old me could have this or that, or do this, be that, support this, support that. It can be scary. But the thought for me is even more scarier to not actually dream, not actually flow into what you're truly made of. The gift that was put inside of you, the power that was put inside of you with that gift, you were given the ability to be creative, to dream, to think of things that only you could do to serve your purpose, the purpose that only the Almighty has given you, right? Last week, I shared with you about my intentions, my two intentions for 2021, which were setting boundaries and staying consistent. Well, this week, I want you to I want you to go back to the beginning, the Genesis, and think about you as a dreamer, you as a child. What did your inner child dream of? Are those feelings still with you? Have they developed into something else? Do you have the ability to dream? Have you forgotten how to dream? Because so many people have told you, you are inept. You cannot do that. That's not for you. I want you to shut out the noise and go back to the dreamer. Find your true freedom. And when you find the courage and the ability to dream again, make sure that you connect your dreams with action so that you can have total and full freedom. Happy New Year 2021. I want you guys to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at What Are You Sporting About? Make sure you go over to our website at www.prosportlawyer.com and sign up for our newsletters. And make sure you get a copy of this book, What Are You Sporting About? This is a best-selling book, and it will definitely educate you, motivate you, and support you to your next level so that you can be free And I know you all want freedom. Again, my name is Sivonnia DeBarros, protector of athletes, and it was my pleasure to service you today. Have a great day.
Thanks for joining us this week on What Are You Sporting About podcast. Make sure to visit our website, prosportlawyer.com, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, or whatever your favorite platform is, so you'll never miss a show. And while you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes or iHeartRadio. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. If you like the show, you might want to check out our book, What Are You Sporting About? Attorney Sivonnia DeBarros is available for private consulting at sldebarros.com. And remember, we're here to educate, support, and guide you in your journey to success, because we're all sporting about something.